Hello everyone, welcome to another Amiga Heaven. Now, today we are playing a very special game. It's a very different game to what I've played so far, and the reason for that is because it is a text adventure. Haven't played any of them yet, but it would be wrong for me to ignore them because they existed and they were fun. It was like reading a book, but it did things. Now, there were annoyances with these games because you basically had to type the exact thing that you needed or wanted to do, and if it was just one slight thing wrong with it, it wouldn't work. And a lot of people had problems kind of knowing exactly what terms were needed at certain places. But we are playing Gnome Ranger. Now, of all the text adventures that were released, this is the one that I played the most. Now, I don't know if I'm going to remember much of it, but I'm going to give it a go. Alright, so welcome to Gnome Ranger, a game based on Ingrid Bottle's reports of her adventure in the wilderness. As you join her, Ingrid is walking home after being teleported far from Nettlefield by a faulty scroll. This version allows you to use save and restore. Ingrid was beside a sturdy little stone-built shop at the end of the road, which meanders good north across a grassy plain. A multitude of tracks hit the ground, yet the countryside was almost inhabited and the air was strangely silent. There we are. There's the land. The loudest sound was rushing water far to the east. Exits lead north, northeast, east, northwest, and inside through the door. You can see some wooden shutters and a door. Now, okay, so what we're going to do they were close boarded wooden shutters over the shop window. There were no visible fastenings, and the well-greased hinges were designed to open outwards. Ingrid guessed that they could probably be opened swiftly enough and silently enough and knock early morning songbirds off the window ledge. A small flurry of feathers on the ground confirmed this. The shutters and door were shut tight. She tried the shutters, but they were secured from inside. As for the door, it was double locked and firmly bolted. Ingrid reached for the knocker, but found, not surprisingly, it was too high. So she did knock. Because there were tracks on the floor. They were made by all kinds of people, and not a few horses. Ingrid had studied fieldcraft at the Institute and was interested to see how a lot of the tracks emerged from the shop and headed north, but only a few came from that direction. So people are going north, but not many people are coming from north. Aha! A sensor opened the door, and shutters from the inside. A shopkeeperly flourish. Rubbed his palms together eagerly and backed inside, beckoning Ingrid to follow. Aha! We are in the shop. There we go. Oh, look. Nice. Ingrid went inside through the door and was inside the shop. It was packed with a bewildering variety of objects. piled on the shelves and on the floor, hanging from the rafters, all crammed in wherever they would fit. Some of those at the front of the shelves and on the tops of heaps were clean and shiny, but the rest had grown a skin of dust, as if to hide themselves from casual eyes. And next he led outside through the door. Ingrid could see a centaur, an impressive piece of armour, a capacious backpack, a charming necklace, curious brass lamp, a mysterious black rod, a suspicious looking bunch of keys, a cheese sandwich, a pointed shovel, and a map. She says, "Hello, my name is Rosebud. I'm Capricorn Centaur, or Cap for short. I'm a proprietor of this emporium. Perhaps you would like to engage in a little trading. I'm sure it will be to our mutual advantage. You may take anything your heart desires from this infinite variety sample by giving me any 2 other items in exchange." See, this is, okay, how do I check what I have? I don't know that I have anything. No, okay, so I own nothing. Okay. Look at the map. It was a faded old map. It showed the witch's cottage to the north. Ah. That's not a good sign. Blocking the road which led towards my home. Okay, so I'm going to have to go through the witch's cottage. The shop to the south. In the southeast corner lay a waterfall. So that's the noise that we can hear. And east and west a marsh and pinnacle respectively. The top right corner was shaded in such a way as to indicate forest. For some reason, the map marker had drawn a little picture of a girl in the forest area. Trading is rather difficult if you have nothing to trade, but perhaps something can be arranged. Would you care to run a little errand for me instead? Would you deliver this? It contains a private letter to my dear old aunt. She lives in the sweetest little old cottage, just a short walk to the north of here. He fished out an envelope and offered it to Ingrid. Right, okay. Yes, okay. Cap said, okay. Now you can take 1 free item, but don't forget to deliver that envelope. Ooh, okay, so what do I want? Basically, this isn't great, because if I can remember correctly, I'm going to deliver the letter to the witch, and she is going to kill me, eat me, do something. If you read the letter before and come back in and confront him, something happens, but I can't remember whether it's a fight or whether he apologises or something. I can't remember. It is a long rod with lacquered ebony tips of a ferro encased hardened steel and capped with a massive knob of solid silver. See, I don't know, do I want the rod or do I want the keys? Those were the main 2 things that jumped out at me. I'm going to take the rod. I don't know what it is, but because I'm thinking the armor could be handy if I'm going to go and confront the witch, but I might not. I'm thinking of going into the forest. The map I don't need because it's just told me what is where. Let's have one more look at the map, just so I can see. Okay, good. Just stop saying what now. The top right corner. So that's where I need to go. So that's northwest. I need to go northwest. Okay. Let's take the rod. Okay. He went outside through the door. I was beside a sturdy little stone-built shop. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. See, the one thing I remember about this game, there is a horse or a unicorn that has a wander around, and they will like wander in a specific path, but you cannot go on the same screen as the unicorn. Every time you go on, like it will say, for example, you can see a unicorn to the right or to the west. If you go west, the unicorn will run away. But what you have to do is you have to type something like go west and hold the unicorn, something like that. So you do it in one movement. It was complicated. Okay, so which way do we go? Oh, let's tell you what. Let's not do it here in case he attacks us. I don't want to die. A multitude of tracks pit outside. Okay, to the northeast, and we want to go northwest. Went northwest. Was on the northern side of the shop. See if that works. And then, yeah, lovely. Could see a swarm of dogs. Ooh. It was a crowd of yappy little dogs, a bouncing mass of soft brown and white fur and floppy ears and waggy tails, all barking at the top of their voices, carrying a tiny whistle. Ooh. I need that little whistle. That whistle summons something. Oh god, this is all coming back to me now. Okay, well I don't think I'm going to be able to get it because all I've currently got is that mysterious black rod. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's open the letter. Okay, open the envelope. So I know there's a brief letter around somewhere. Who had taken courses of etiquette and advanced social graces at the etiquette knew that one was not supposed to open private letters to other people's dear old aunts, but she knew that there had been times when normal rules of courtesy did not apply. She tore open the letter. The dogs have wandered off. Okay. It was an entirely scribbled note. Dear mistress, here's another gnome for your garden. I shall expect the usual commission. There we go. See, it was dodgy. He was a dodgy. So I'm not going to go back in there for the time being. Let's keep going northwest. And was south of the towering pinnacle. So if I go north, I can go to the towering pinnacle, but you can't go north because there's a pinnacle there. So from here, I can go northeast. I can go east, I can go south, I can go southeast. So I reach as far as I can go this way. It was where the eagle has her nest. Oh, so there's an eagle up there, is there? Okay, so let's go. Let's go around the pinnacle, shall we? Oh, we can go inside. Oh, there's a cave. Okay. Let's go inside the cave. Hey, hellos. Ingrid went inside and was in for a pleasant, airy cave, perfumed by strange incense. From the lower entrance, the roof swept angrily upwards to form a high vault. Its furthermost reaches lost in the darkness. Could see a llama. Awesome, man. He shook the creases out of his caftan and laid back on the floor. Okay. There's a shaggy llama sitting cross-legged on the ground. He would have had to forfeit all comfort to cross all 4 legs. It's carrying a flower. Wouldn't let me talk. I need to use talk. Okay. There's a white flower with a rose pony type, more than a bud, but not yet in full bloom. I think I need to make a drink out of that, but okay, let's exit. Okay. Showing outside, blah blah blah. High above, a great eagle rode the currents of the heavens with imperial grace. Okay, so the eagle's outside now. Let's keep going north. Was the high moorlands that got cornered? Yep. Single dark spot in a blue crystal glow grew rapidly larger to reveal the shape of a huge eagle, sprawling its outspread wings. She wheeled high overhead and swept off once more into the distance. Okay, so is she following me? Went north. In the distance, I can see an eagle swooping down gracefully, then rising aloft. Okay, let's go west from here. I was on the high moorlands, exits leads south. Alright, so I've pretty much come to the very furthest point of the map. Aha! Outside the west facing around the cottage, the west fence around the cottage. So there was a tall fence of woven wood of interwoven panels all along the western side of the cottage. The thin planking was cracked and broken in places, but a denser conifer hedge still concealed the garden beyond. Okay. Couldn't go that way. Okay. South, southeast. Aha, so let's go southeast then. And was outside the witch's cottage. There she is. The road went through the gate here. High fence stretched all the way around the cottage. See a wooden gate, a painted sign, some statues of stone or concrete. Well, we know what they are. The sign painted on a hardboard. The lettering was a bit faded, but still legible. It read, Little Witch Enterprises. Statues a speciality. Please walk in. A note had been added in smaller letters across the bottom, so don't worry about the dog, it's locked up. Oh yeah, look, you can see its eyes in the doghouse on the picture. Okay. Okay, well I might go in and confront the guy and see what happens for now, because I'm coming to the end, and it's one of this. See, the thing with text adventures are you really need to know what to do, and it takes a long time of wandering around and finding things to do before you can really work out what it is you're after. They were fixed-stemmed and covered with spines. You saw some hair. Can I take? Okay. Okay, we'll take that. I don't know what that is, but let's take that. So, I have the envelope, some hair, and a majestical black rod. Okay, let's go south. So, we're next to where the steam where the stream seeps away. Broad muddy puddle. It was a puddle of soft grey-brown mud. It had dried past the squeezy stage and was transformed stodgy rather. A 2-year-old chocolate mousse. In it was a tiny coin and some hoof prints. I saw an eagle circling directly overhead. Okay. Take the coin. So is the eagle trying to take me? Use. It hit the eagle. She flew northwest. Haha, screw you, eagle. Go away. Hey, lovely. Alright, let's go south. On the road beside the stream, which was slowing down and became stagnant. Exits led, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, let's go southeast. Yay, there it is, look at that. Southeastern was beside a stream, which generally journeyed from east to northwest. Let's keep going east then. The stream was violently disturbed by a waterfall. Here we go. A bright rainbow. To the east. Can we keep going east? As I grew closer, it grew away. Where the end might have been. She had no way of knowing if it was. It went east and was at the base of the waterfall. The sound of the falling water was quite deafening and the spray seemed to hang in the air. This is a thing as well. You can actually trap a leprechaun and get money. So that she got where the end might have been. It was a higher cascade, plummeted down the rocks and head into the valley. Boiled and bubbled and steam, filling the air with spray. I'm gonna find a way to do that. I'm gonna find a verb in that sentence. Alright. Well look, this is where I'm gonna leave it. And a tiny coin. Let's have a quick look at coin. Small round coin. On one side with the head of the long dead king, on the other side with a picture of the plump little bird. Okay, so yeah, this is where I'm going to end it. So you've seen how the game works. The options are you wander around and you collect as many things as you can. You speak to everybody that you can. Try and find what uses are for which. In my mind, this version of games evolved into point and click. And because I started with this game, I then evolved into others. But I do enjoy these games. And all of this is now coming back. And I can kind of remember bits and pieces. And it's annoying that I can't really, you know... Alright, so what I've done is I've just gone straight back to the house because I want to see what happens when I confront him with the fact that I've opened the letter. So I went through the door, things on the shelves, curious. So the things I could have had the armour, the backpack, the necklace, a lamp, the keys, a sandwich, a shovel, and a map. And I went for the brass rod, which was handy because it stops the eagle from getting me. Cap saw that Ingrid had opened the envelope. He could see from her expression that the game was up. His face surfaced with horror, and his mane and tail began to twitch nervously. The centaur grabbed up Ingrid by the scruff of her neck, galloped with her to the door, and threw her forcibly out of the shop. Before she could pick herself up, he had locked the shutters and door and cantered off into the distance. You see, now he has now made his way back. He will now go to the witch in the house. There is I'm sure there is a way of getting back in the shop, but I can't honestly remember. But there you go. That is Gnome Ranger, and the first of the graphic text adventures. There might be one or two more in the future, because, you know, they exist. You can't pretend they don't. And I know there are a lot of people that don't like them, especially when you compare them to, you know, today's games and stuff. But these very much led the way in like storytelling adventures. They really did. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Amiga Heaven. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be playing another game next week, and I will see you again next time.